Hey guys, this is Trevor Probant. This is Land Investing, the Dirt Road to Wealth. It is May 6th. I didn't realize I'd already gone a month without doing a podcast. Been busy. This is just kind of an update, talk about what's going on, not going on, good, bad, ugly. Um, kind of what we're seeing in the marketplace, right? First, let's get the cat out of the bag and say we have a whole lot of uncertainty in the marketplace, and that is across the board, right? That is with tariffs, with interest rates, with all these things. And because of these things, no one wants to do much of anything as far as when it comes to making decisions based on just about anything. Okay, especially large decisions with high quality dirt, homes, whatever, right? You can ask any house realtor in the country. They're going to tell you that the past year and a half has been the slowest ever. And I believe NAR came out, National Association of Realtors, said something about last March being the slowest month since 2008 or 9 as far as number of home value or home transactions, right? So if you think about that, land is always going to be even less. Yeah, you have a wonderful recipe for a whole bunch of looking back at each other, wondering what the hell's going to go on. Don't feel bad if you don't know. Nobody does. Swear, man. It's absolutely insane the way adults do certain things. Those are things that are out of your control, right? Those are things that we continue to build properties, market properties, buy good deals, but only buy great deals and only great deals, right? We need to be razor sharp on what we do and how we do it. We need to make sure that we have all the attributes, right? The three pillars, the water, the access, the water, and the power. We need to make sure we have all these things. And if you can offer owner financing, even better, right? Good quality product at a good price, a very good price, especially, still moves. I just literally was on a call with two different brokers today that I've known for a long time. They work the North Texas market. They're like, listen, things are slower, but if it's $1 million, $1.5 million and below, people are buying it as long as it's priced well, right? Priced well. Not trying to set new records, not to anything else like that, but priced well. Okay. So that's kind of the state of the market, right? We can go into discussions, that you talk about, the land conference of Texas they had in San Antonio here recently with Texas A&M University, a bunch of PhDs, things like that. Everybody was like, hey, transaction numbers are way down in certain areas, especially the hill country and some of the really hot markets. The prices have come down 10, 12, 15%. But overall, it's the prices have remained flat. No kidding, right? The same thing with houses. But so that's understand what you're walking into, right? Sometimes we get so stuck into the minutia of what we're doing. I got to do this. I got to do that. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. You don't understand, like, dude, you're taking a freaking, some kid scissors to a gunfight. It's not going to be good for you, right? Safety scissors to a gunfight is not probably the best way for you to make a bunch of money and feel real good about yourself. Okay, so that's a big deal. Give yourself a little grace. Give yourself whatever you need to. Understand hard times are still here as far as transactions, as far as things moving. depending on your skill set, depending on your acquisition and disposition techniques, it could be set up for a lot of really good things, right? I still think there's a great opportunity to buy quality dirt and sell it for owner financing, right? Whether that's a mailer that you can turn, a 40 into 410s and offer owner financing in it because you got a great basis, still going to work great, right? As long as you have it priced for what it is, right? Don't be a hero. Transact, move on. Transact, move on. That is the way that you're going to need to run this thing. Okay. What else has been going on? Moved over brokerages and will be taking my broker's license, but Go West Lands will be a new kind of land broker, and pretty excited about that. My dad, my uncle, and some specific folks will be involved with that. I'm very excited about what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing it and why we do it a little bit differently. But that's something I've thought about for the last 5 years. And to be able to see that come across and to finally have the hours, the numbers, everything we need to on that, it's going to be some headaches, but it's going to be a lot of freaking fun. Again, we want to vertically integrate in everything that we do, right? And I've said this, I don't know, probably 10,000 times on this podcast. My goal is to provide as much value to the marketplace, and especially for the older landowners, right? The older generational landowners that are needing to sell. I want to be able to provide as much as I can to them, whether that is listing the property, whether that is improving their property and listing it, whether that's doing a joint venture, whatever that is, I want to provide value to the marketplace. That is why I get up in the freaking morning, right? That is what we do, right? This is, selling a house or things like that. That's great because, it's neat I'm 42 now, and a lot of my friends it's kind of a mix because some of my friends their kids are moving off to college and they're empty nesters. And then some of my friends are just now having kids, right? We're actually about to be 4 years out from my youngest graduating, and we'll be empty nesters as well. This is the kind of stuff that I get excited about. This is the kind of things that get me up and rolling out of bed, is providing value to people in the asset class that I know, love, and cherish. So, super freaking pumped with that. That's going to be awesome. That is going to be a really, really cool thing. So, we'll have more with that, and maybe I'll have my dad get on the podcast, and I don't know, maybe my uncle. Y'all get a kick out of those two guys. Salt of the earth guys. They're not big technology guys, but my dad has forgotten more about land and land pricing, utilizations, valuations, things like this. Again, he's been a raw land ranch appraiser since, I guess 40 years now. I think he started when I was 2, 3, 4, some odd years old, right? Started with absolutely nothing, got paid absolutely nothing. But had a crazy work ethic and has built something that he's extremely proud of and continues to do and loves doing. So those kind of relationships, that kind of valuation, that kind of knowledge is a big deal for us that I'm super excited about, and something that we can really, it's funny. My dad wants to be a buyer's broker. Anyone knows anything about anything knows that's not a real fun job sometimes. You always want to be the listing guy if you can, right? Or gal, excuse me. But because of his, not infinite, but massive knowledge when it comes to raw land real estate and his network and his relationships across the state of Texas and the country. It's pretty impressive, right? Like being able to do that kind of stuff and know what we're doing and how we're doing it. I'm pretty excited about that. We're going to use all of our marketing that we've used for investment side and then some, and we're going to have I've already got systems set up, follow up, all the things, SOPs, things like that. I'm pretty excited about it. Let's not kid ourselves. I hope to be on the road all day, every day, meeting more landowners and providing more value. Past year and a half has been so damn slow. I want to stab myself in the eye with a soldering iron. But anyone that knows a Joe Dirt quote right there. Anyway, but like that's what I love. I love providing value. I love doing all the stuff like Jared Kennedy with Whitetail Properties in Western DFW there. He's one of my very good buddies. And that's what he was talking to me about this morning. He's like, man, I love just seeing new country. I love talking to landowners and hearing their stories about, who was raised here and what was done here and who got through what, where, and to be able to hand that off to someone else. It's a privilege. It's work, but it's a privilege. So super excited about that. Got some other stuff in the hopper that I'm very excited about. We'll work on that as we go, but as the times have been a little slower, I think the real opportunity is to lean into this wholeheartedly as far as building out. Well, you got time to kind of think a little bit, building out the vision that I've had. And that's what I'm freaking pumped about. So anyway, that's about all I got to share right now. We can I'll start jumping on these hopefully once a week or so, maybe dropping them on Sundays or Monday mornings, whatever that is. Reach out to me. Seriously, if you've got, after a while, I feel like after a couple hundred of these, you kind of feel like you're just talking about the same stuff. If you would want to be on the podcast and talk about this kind of stuff, if you want to talk about other types of real estate, I'm fine with that too. Questions, answers, whatever that is, reach out to me. Cell phone number 940-736-8797. Let's get you on. Let's see what I can do to help make your life a little better, hopefully. This whole medium has kind of been around for a little while now. And to be honest with you, I really am trying not to cause anyone to have shiny object syndrome, right? I'm trying not to do that. I don't want you to hear about another podcast and go, oh crap, I need to be doing text messages. I need to be doing self-storage on the land I'm buying. And then I need to be doing this and all. Like I've talked about that 100 times on this thing, right? You need 6 months at least, but at least a year to focus on something before you touch anything else. So if you got some ideas or if you've got questions about what I do and how I do it, or if I should or shouldn't do it, because again, I'm the furthest thing from perfect the world has ever seen. Just like all of you, right? Win some, you lose some. Sometimes you end up crying in the corner. So have a wonderful day, and we will talk to you soon. Thank you.